municipalities in South Africa are all governed by the DA. DA mayors are working hard to protect residents from national government failures by getting the basics right, delivering better services, and having zero tolerance for corruption. This is the DA difference. The next broadcast will start shortly. Follow us on social media for the latest in news and politics in South Africa. Like and follow our page on Facebook. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss out on anything. Be part of the conversation. Tell us what you think in the comment section. And please like and share our videos with your friends and family. The next broadcast will start shortly. If you care about South Africa and want to make a positive difference, then join the DA. Visit our website at da.org.za for more information. Find out who represents you in your ward and district and who are the DA mayors working for you in your town or city, and which MPs represent you and your causes in Parliament. On our website, you can learn more about our latest campaigns and how you can get involved. Join the Democratic Alliance to rescue South Africa. Become an activist, become a councillor, become a member of Parliament if you care about South Africa. Please visit donate.da.org.za. Donate to a cause you believe in. Donate to make a difference. Let's rescue South Africa. Join the DA, because the DA gets things done.
Hello South Africa, my name is Kwena Maloto, coming to you live from Crawford College in Lone Hill, a voting station where voters are still here, 2 hours left till the close of the voting stations, lining up to cast their vote. It's so amazing to see so many people across, not just Joburg, but the whole of South Africa standing in lines to make their X. It's very clear that people are ready for change and that people are filled with hope that we can rescue South Africa. For the first time in history, the ANC is going to dip below 50%, and we need all South Africans to come out today over the last 2 hours to unite behind the Democratic Alliance so that we can rescue South Africa. I'm going to be joined just now by our DA federal leader, John Steenhuisen, for the final stop on this tour. So please don't go anywhere. We will be right back.
Hey, what's up, South Africa? It's Lloyd Taylor here. And as you head out to the voting polls and you rescue South Africa, I have an important message for you. Stay in the queue, stay in the queue. Stay in the queue, stay in the queue. Whether you're a mother or whether you're a brother, just stay in the queue, stay in the queue. Change we're making, it's all for the taking. Just stay in the queue, stay in the queue. Stay in the queue, stay in the queue. Stay in the queue. Just stay in the queue. Go and make a difference. Let's rescue South Africa. Stay in that queue.
Joined by DA Federal Leader John Steenhuisen. John, this is our final stop for the day. Could you just give us some reflections on this election campaign so far?
Well, I think it's been a long election campaign, but I think it's been an exciting one, and it's certainly been an absolute honor and privilege for me to travel to every corner of South Africa, to every single one of the provinces, to make sure that we can bring change to South Africa. And the reception that we've received from Mangaung to Soweto to all of the major metros, from villages and towns, has been nothing short of amazing, Quena. I can sense people are hungry for change. We're here now at the last stop at Lone Hill, in Lone Hill, Crawford College, Lone Hill, and the queues are pumping here. So if you're in a queue, please make sure you stay in the queue. Remember, as long as you're in the queue, by 9 o'clock, you will be able to vote. You'll be able to vote. They will take as long as they need to ensure that you cast your ballot. Just make sure you're in the queue at 9 o'clock. And remember to get your 3 ballots, put a DA cross on all 3 ballots, put them in the box, and then you, at home, would have been part of writing the new chapter for our country, a chapter of hope, prosperity and opportunity for more South Africans.
Now, the past 30 years, we've seen one-party rule at a national level. What is your message to...
Stop those. You can't come here. It's a campaign.
Your party agent, my brother.
Yes.
Your party agent can't... You bring the presiding officer.
You don't know which party I'm coming from.
It doesn't matter which party you're coming from.
Hi, sir. How are you?
Good, thanks, in you.
Guys, stop the camera.
The presiding officer.
Thank you.
Yes. So I was called inside. So what we are doing is not allowed to move outside the gate, not within the jurisdiction.
I'm doing a news crossing.
Yes, whatever.
That the president was interviewed outside the station. I'm not talking to you.
The next 2 days is not about politics or about politicians. The next 2 days are about the people of South Africa, because our country does not have a second to waste. Now it is time for leaders gathered here today to put aside differences of the past and focus firmly on the future. When I first announced the DA's commitment to a project like this, there were very, very many naysayers who said that this group of parties could never even reach the point of sitting around the same table. And yet, here we all are today, signing a historic and unprecedented agreement to rescue South Africa. What we've done today is to lay the foundations of a new majority in South Africa and usher in a new government that puts people ahead of politicians. Today, without any doubt, I can say that this agreement has brought hope back to South Africa. There are 27 million people in this country who did not vote in the last election. Your country needs you now, your people need you now, and this charter needs you like never before. So I'm now calling on every South African, wherever you may be, in whatever corner of this beautiful country you are, that we need your help to rescue South Africa.
South Africa has the potential to be a great nation. But it breaks my heart hearing from so many people who are struggling to feed their families. People are tired of corruption, tired of load shedding, tired of empty promises. But it doesn't have to be this way. The Democratic Alliance is on a mission to rescue South Africa. Where the DA already governs, life is better. And that is why millions of people are moving to DA governments. Every day, we are working harder to do more. For the first time in 30 years, united as the multi-party charter for South Africa, we have a real chance to bring in a new national government that works. A strong democratic alliance will anchor a new government that can rescue South Africa. But we need every single South African to unite and join the rescue mission.
A strong DA can rescue South Africa. Vote DA.
For the first time in 30 years, the ANC government will lose its majority.
Opposition parties have united as the multi-party charter for South Africa.
A strong democratic alliance with a proven track record
Can anchor a new government that serves the people.
But a new government that works is only possible if you vote for it. Let's unite and rescue South Africa. Vote DA.
DA leader John Steenhuisen. What qualifies the DA to run the country?
Firstly, we do not tolerate corruption. And where the DA governs, life is better. And that is why millions of South Africans are moving to DA governments. We still have much more to do. But in the past year, the Western Cape created over 300,000 new jobs and is working every day to become load shedding free. We can bring this DA difference to the rest of South Africa, but only if you vote for the DA.
This election, you will get 3 ballots: national, regional, and provincial. On the national ballot, vote for the DA to govern the country and turn things around. On the regional ballot, vote for the DA to represent your best regional and local interests in the National Assembly. On the provincial ballot, vote for the DA who has a proven track record in government to lead your province. On 29 May 2024, vote DA on all 3 ballots. A strong DA can rescue South Africa.
For the first time in 30 years, we have an opportunity to change our government.
The multi-party charter is a hinge of history moment.
The response from South Africans has been overwhelming.
I had more than 150,000 messages of support.
Political parties put their differences aside and they understood what needed to be done.
Providing an alternative to South Africans, something to vote for rather than something to just vote against.
It's given hope and a sense of relevance to the individual vote.
Every citizen needs to become an active participant in the mission to rescue South Africa.
That's what people need. That's what people need from their government.
Coming together because we believe we can build a better country.
Hey, what's up, South Africa? It's Lloyd Taylor here. And as you head out to the voting polls and you rescue South Africa, I have an important message for you. Stand the queue, stay in the queue. Stay in the queue, stay in the queue. Whether you're a mother or whether you're a brother, just stay in the queue, stay in the queue. Change we're making, it's all for the taking. Just stay in the queue, stay in the queue. Stay in the queue, stay in the queue. Stay in the queue. Just stay in the queue. Go and make a difference. Let's rescue South Africa. Stay in the queue.
The next 2 days is not about politics or about politicians. The next 2 days are about the people of South Africa, because our country does not have a second to waste. Now it is time for leaders gathered here today to put aside differences of the past and focus firmly on the future. When I first announced the DA's commitment to a project like this, there were very, very many naysayers who said that this group of parties could never even reach the point of sitting around the same table. And yet, here we all are today, signing a historic and unprecedented agreement to rescue South Africa. What we've done today is to lay the foundations of a new majority in South Africa and usher in a new government that puts people ahead of politicians. Today, without any doubt, I can say that this agreement has brought hope back to South Africa. There are 27 million people in this country who did not vote in the last election. Your country needs you now, your people need you now, and this charter needs you like never before. So I'm now calling on every South African, wherever you may be, in whatever corner of this beautiful country you are, that we need your help to rescue South Africa.
And we are back. I apologize for the interruption. A few ANC guys got a little bit rowdy in there, not really in the spirit of elections. But John, could you maybe update people about what happened?
Well, I think that's what you call the last kicks of a dying horse. Clearly an ANC very rattled by the fact that their vote is being eaten up by MK, they're being eaten up by the DA, and that they're heading for a bad election where you, the voters, are going to help us kick them out of office, break their majority, and allow a new chapter to be written for South Africa. So, of course, a bit of tension there between them. They're obviously feeling the heat and the pressure. Anyway, we are continuing here. We're at Lone Hill at Crawford College. The queues here are pumping and they're full of DA voters coming out to vote. Again, I want to tell you, if you're in the queue, make sure you stay in the queue. Bly in die ry. Stay in that queue, because your one vote could make all the difference about whether we have a new story to write tomorrow in South Africa, or whether we wake up to the same coalition of corruption with the ANC and the EFF. So please make sure, if you haven't come out to vote yet, you've still got just under 2 hours left to get to the polling station. If you're in the queue at 9 o'clock, you will be allowed to vote no matter what time the voting finishes. So please make sure you stay in the queue, make sure you are ready to make your mark. It has been an incredible journey, this election campaign, and it has been so wonderful to listen to your stories, to be invited into your homes, to be able to listen to your hopes, your dreams, your aspirations, but also your fears. And it has been my singular honor to be able to lead this campaign for the DA into this election. I promise you this, we can build a better country. Tomorrow can be a better country, but it's going to come down to whether we come out and vote for it. So if you want hospitals that heal the sick, if you want schools that educate our children, if you want an economy that's growing, that creates jobs, then please make sure you come out and vote and be part of our mission to rescue South Africa.
Now, John, you said that tomorrow we could wake up to a very different South Africa if people come out, unite behind the Democratic Alliance? What are the DA's promises to the people of South Africa when you become president in the next week?
Well, I can promise you, first of all, you won't find any dollars under my couch. That's the first thing, because I believe that as a president, you've got to serve the people and make sure the money is being spent on the people and not on politicians. But it's all there. It's in our manifesto. It says very clearly, we'll end load shedding and water shedding. We will build a capable, cadre-free civil service that delivers. We will make sure that we can triple the number of grade 4 learners who can read for meaning. We will make sure that we can end poverty. We can create 2 million new jobs, and we can ensure that life gets better for more and more South Africans. So please make sure that you come out. And the big thing about the DA manifesto in this election, it's based on identifying what the problems are, putting on the table the solutions, but furthermore showing you how we're doing these things where we govern already. So if you want a party with a record of action and a promise of more, you have everything you need in the DA.
Now, John, the DA governs the Western Cape, best run province inside the country, but there are a few other battlegrounds in this election: Gauteng, KZN. I've heard you say Free State as well. What would your message be to residents of those provinces who feel that their vote won't make a difference, that they may never have a DA government?
Well, I would say very clearly that that's not true. Every single vote counts. Helen Zille became the mayor of Cape Town with 1 vote. Chris Pappas got elected as the mayor of Mgeni municipality because 42 people came out and voted for him to have a majority there. If those people had stayed behind and stayed at home or felt their vote didn't count, we would be sitting with a very different situation today in Mgeni and in many other places around the country. Every single vote counts in an election, and that is why it's essential that you come out and make your mark. Every single vote will count. Don't think that staying at home, my vote's not going to make a difference. Your vote could be the one vote that tips the scales of history in the right direction. So don't miss out on this opportunity. You won't have it again for another 5 years.
Now, there are a lot of pundits and small parties that claim that this is the year that the DA loses the Western Cape. What would your message be to them?
My message to them is try another one and try another time. We're going to have a majority in the Western Cape. People there are not going to give up the 360,000 new jobs that were created in the last year alone. They're not going to give up the law enforcement advancement program implemented by the provincial government, which has led to 27,000 criminals being arrested. They're not going to give up the excellent public transport systems, the schools that produce great work, the hospitals and clinics that provide good quality health care to more and more South Africans. They're not going to give up on good, clean, accountable government with clean audits across all departments, and I'm confident they're going to come out in great numbers and ensure the DA remains the majority party in the only province in the country where the economy is growing, opportunities are expanding, and more people have a chance to build a better life for themselves and their families.
Now, John, we know one of the big issues inside this election is obviously jobs. We have the highest youth unemployment rate inside the world and just massive unemployment inside this country. But we do see pockets of hope, the Western Cape, Midvaal, inside Gauteng. What is it that the DA is doing right in order to create jobs inside South Africa?
Well, the first thing you got to do is focus like a laser beam on infrastructure. You cannot build an economy without electricity, with good roads, with good rail networks and transport systems. So you've got to make sure the infrastructure is right. Secondly, a laser-like focus on building partnerships, treating the private sector and business as partners in the growth and jobs agenda, and creating a massively conducive environment for those sorts of things to flourish. Remember, government doesn't create jobs. It's the private sector, it's entrepreneurs, it's small businesses, it's medium businesses, it's big businesses. And what you need to do is create the conducive environment for them to flourish. And thirdly, you've got to make sure that you create an attractive investment environment in South Africa where people are able to ensure that we can attract foreign investment by ensuring that you have good services, water, sanitation, electricity, all of those basics are provided to ensure that those businesses flourish. And when you do that, the jobs do follow. And the Western Cape has proven that with 360,000 new jobs in just the last year alone.
And 4 out of 5 jobs created in the Western Cape over the last 5 years.
Absolutely.
Now, we also know crime is a massive issue inside South Africa, something that affects the poor, the rich, the middle class. What is the DA doing right inside the Western Cape to decrease crime? And also, what are we going to do at a national level when in government to fight crime?
Well, what we've done, I mean, given the fact that SAPS is a national function and it's failed so spectacularly, particularly in provinces like the Western Cape, the province and the cities and the municipalities have not been able to just sit on their hands and say, well, we can't do anything. What they've done is put the law enforcement advancement program into being. It's put over 1,000 police officers onto the streets of the Western Cape in hotspot areas. It's reduced serious and violent crime by 14% year on year. It's arrested over 27,000 criminals in the last year alone, and it is working in the fight against gangsterism, drugs, parliament poaching and the like. And this is what you do as a commitment by a government to doing that. And what we want to do at a national level is take that model and replicate it. Break up national policing, break the monopoly that the National Police Service has. You can't fix crime in Mpumalanga from Tshwane. You can't fix the Northern Cape's Kimberley problem from Tshwane. You've got to decentralize policing, you've got to localize policing and make sure that it is focusing on fighting crime at a local level.
Now, we have a few hours left before the polls close. What is your final message for the people of South Africa?
My final message is we can do this. We can rescue South Africa, but it's going to require the best of all of us to join hands, cross lines, and let's get out there and vote for that change. Vote DA on all 3 ballot papers. As I said earlier, you're not going to get another chance for another 5 years, so make sure you use this chance to be able to bring change in the future.
John, thank you so much. You heard it here. We can rescue South Africa, but we need all South Africans to go out and vote. There's a few hours left until the polls close, but remember that as long as you're in the line before 9 o'clock, you will be able to vote. But please, we need to rescue this beautiful country of ours. Come, bring a camping chair, bring your jacket. It is cold outside, but wait inside those lines. This is a country worth rescuing. But that's it from me, South Africa. I can't wait to wake up to a new essay tomorrow. Don't lose the faith. We are the ones we've been waiting for.
South Africa has the potential to be a great nation. But it breaks my heart hearing from so many people who are struggling to feed their families. People are tired of corruption, tired of load shedding, tired of empty promises. But it doesn't have to be this way. The Democratic Alliance is on a mission to rescue South Africa. Where the DA already governs, life is better. And that is why millions of people are moving to DA governments. Every day, we are working harder to do more. For the first time in 30 years, united as the multi-party charter for South Africa, we have a real chance to bring in a new national government that works. A strong Democratic Alliance will anchor a new government that can rescue South Africa. But we need every single South African to unite and join the rescue mission.
A strong DA can rescue South Africa. Vote DA.
Thanks for watching. All across our beautiful country, people are joining forces to elect the new government that can rescue South Africa. Like and follow us on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Please share our videos with friends and family. Let's rescue South Africa. Vote DA.